pie presser things in the corner. Like there are these northern pie pressers. Bolton, yeah. What do you think? What pies do you reckon are better? Like who does pies better up north or down south? And what's the difference?
Well, definitely not Southerners, man. Like, I mean, I'm a Southerner, do you know what I mean? So I can say that. But like, I mean, I think that.
Why though?
Because they care about it. You know, I think we don't care about it enough down here, and I think it's like, I mean, like, obviously we're in a bit of a bubble with the East End and stuff like that, and obviously there's a massive history of pies where we're at, but sadly that's really dying off, and it's a real shame that that's the case. I mean, we aren't and never have tried to compete in that market, you know, so I think it's really important that we're not that.
What, so when you say that the up north market?
No, sorry, talking about here, East London, and like, you know, pie and mash and liquor. We've never tried to be that. We've always wanted to go onto shelves. We're not brick and mortar. But I think, so, I mean, but pies up north, I think it just goes hand in hand, and there's something really nice about it. And then I think, like, down here, other than the bubble that we're in terms of East London, I don't think there's anyone else that does it well. I don't think there is anywhere. I mean, like, you sort of go to sort of sections of the south that obviously have I think like the Cornish and the pasties and stuff like that. There's parts which do certain aspects of pastry and, you know, pie-esque making well, but really it's been quite neglected for ages, and that's why we saw that gap in the market for it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of small suppliers, a lot that perhaps don't have machinations on being a next challenger brand that is in Sainsbury's. I mean, there was the guy from Turner's Pies that was on The Apprentice. He's managed to grow his pie business down on the south coast. I think it's the south coast, or in like Kent and around there. He must be doing something right. They must be doing something right. The pies must be, you know, pretty decent, but they don't seem to want to build what we want to build, which is a nationwide pie brand that anyone can access up and down the country. So I think Will's right. I think it's been left in the hands of, you know, the big boys for a long time, and no one's really tried to challenge it.
Yeah, because like a lot of the people I speak to, there's always like a category that's been kind of waning or declining. And then a brand comes in. I don't know if you had a bulb bean, the beans. So Amelia's like a really good mate of mine. I've known her for years.
I saw that on Dragon's Den actually.
Yeah, she's amazing. But like, I remember speaking to her about 4 years ago. She's like, I got this idea for this bean business, and she was like maniacally obsessed with it. I was like, fuck me, like it's beans, mate. Yeah, it's fucking beans. Like, who goes down the beans aisle?
I love them.
Yeah, but they're
so good.
Then I tried them, and obviously now she's fucking smashing it.
Yeah,
literally like smashing it. And I think if you look for these categories, it's often not intentionally. You're like kind of following your passion.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit! Like when as I said, when I saw you guys, I was like, oh my god, that just makes sense. The pie thing, and then obviously linking it with the football. But yeah, is it like a dying thing? I remember. Do you know is it Callum Franklin who does the pies as well? Interviewed him. He was saying pie shops like back, not like the East End pie shops, but in like some old times, like ages ago, like old times, was like a chicken shop. Yeah. So like the chicken shop, you'd have a pie shop, but like, and then it's now just kind of just.
I mean, he's associated with that Dickinson Morris. Are they based out of Melton Mowbray? They did the like famous pork pies, and they still have like their store that is like a 300 or 400 year old cottage or something, essentially, that turned into a pie shop 300 or 400 years ago, and they still operate out of there as a shop. And you know, who were we reading about the other day? Someone hit us up because they want to sell their pie business, but and that's got some legs on it. There's Wright's pies, which are now huge. I mean,
Wright's pies,
they're huge. You know, they're massive. Yeah. But that started with some guy with a hand push trolley in like the 1935.
Yeah.
So like, back in the day, before proper fast food, pies were like it
was the thing. Yeah.
Some geezer on a trolley.
I think it's also like, I mean, it goes back to the Australia and New Zealand thing, because I think that's when I was over there, I was like, God, this is so sick. This is at the forefront of like everyone's like every bakery, and it was really nice to just pick something up, and they had all these different varieties of flavors and stuff, and just like, you know, just walk down the street munching it straight away. And like, I feel like where we've probably gone a little bit wrong over time is always feeling it like it needs accompaniments with it, unless you're in like a specific location, which is stadiums.
Yeah,
we're happy to somehow, for some reason, we're happy. Actually, you've only just heard me saying.
I know. I think this is the first time.
But it's like, you know, we're only, for some reason it's all right for us to stand and eat a pie like that at a football ground, but if you're going to like a shop or something, it's weird to have it without mash, gravy, peas. You know what I mean? And I think actually there's something. The other thing that's gone a bit, I think what we don't do very well is offering variety, because we're very like steak and ale, chicken and mushroom, and then I don't know, whatever, steak and blue cheese or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like actually you just like showing a bit of fucking variety just goes a very, very long way.
That's one thing I was thinking. Yeah, do you think mash and gravy and peas adds to the pie experience or takes?
Depends what the pie is.
Yeah.
100%, but definitely not on others.
That's like, but it's like, what I mean is it's such a blanket thing to every fucking pie, and it's like, well, actually, like, say it's a chicken pie.
Yeah.
But I don't want to like douse the fucker in gravy. It just takes away from the creaminess. It just kind of.
If it's a puff pastry and you douse that in gravy, you lose all that
it's gone.
crispiness.
Yeah.
But I used to do my head in over there at Nettle Market, because I'd be like, no, some of the pies should have gravy and mash in it.
Which one should have?
I was happy with the meat pies. So if it was like a steak and then a chicken pie with mash and gravy, it made sense and it tasted great and stuff like that. But then the vegetarian ones I always really struggled with, because we change them and then they go like seasonal and they go like, you know, maybe it's using like spring greens and cheese and stuff like that, but then have a mushroom gravy over the top, and it didn't quite make sense to me. Like,
yeah.
Or it was like heavy tomato puree in the gravy, and so it was like very like autumnal, but then it had this like autumnal gravy with like a fresh, cheesy, like almost spanakopita, like sort of style.
Yeah.
It was like, nah, you don't want to chuck all that sludge over the top of it because it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It doesn't need fucking mash.
Yeah.
Just eat it like that.
What do you think?
Would put ketchup on them, so
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. But I like. So I like. It sounds. I don't care how fucking blasphemous this is, but I fucking like sriracha or sometimes on the side. Yeah. Get out. But that's what I'm saying. But like, what? I swear to God, sriracha and fucking what's the other one? Brown sauce. It's weird as fuck.
Brown sauce.
Yeah.